Hey guys, hope you're doing well this evening, and while this isn't the typical video that I normally make, I felt I had to get on the camera and say my piece about the late, great Kevin Conroy, who sadly passed away a few hours ago. When the news broke to me, I was actually working or was in a conversation with a friend, and it's just not the best time to get that type of news. I was so sad to actually hear this. In fact, I actually heard it in a live stream. That's where I knew about it, and I watched as from Heels versus Babyface, his very emotional tribute. If you want to see proper nerd tears being shed at an iconic person like Kevin Conroy, I suggest you watch that video. So for me, my experiences of Batman, yes, I grew up on the Adam West show. I dipped in and out of the comics in the 80s. And then when we got to 1992 and the animated series aired, like, we were still coming off a recession at that point. It was the first recession I lived in from 1991 until 92. And, you know, this appeared on the UK TV screens on ITV, and sometimes it would actually be scheduled for Saturday morning kids TV, which I watched back in the day. I think I was about 24 then. So, you know, little did I know that 4 years later, I would actually end up working for the Warner Brothers store in Regent Street. And I'll tell you how I got that job at another date. But in fact, while I do mention the Warner Brothers store, they used to run a lot of the Batman animated shows on the massive screen they had there, which was made up of 6 or 9 panels, so it made it look like one big picture. It was pretty incredible. And I was always one of those geeks that when I watched the cartoon, I wouldn't just get up after the end credits rolled up. No, I wanted to sit there and see who voiced whom. I'd see Andrea Romano's name coming up as the casting director. Then Kevin Conroy will be Batman, Bruce Wayne, Mark Hamill as the Joker. And I'll be saying to myself, wait a minute, Mark Hamill, the guy who's like Luke Skywalker, he's the Joker? Really? And it took me a bit of time to get used to that fact. It was like I couldn't picture Mark Hamill being the Joker. He seemed a bit too straight-laced to me. And Kevin Conroy, I do have some memories of him, some fond memories of him at Comic-Con in 2018. I will share that video with you towards the end of this piece right here. But my favorite story of Kevin is when he often recounts it, where he gave some money to a homeless guy, and when the homeless guy heard his voice, he said, "Oh, you're that guy on TV," and I think he referred to him as the Batman. Like, that really took Kevin aback. Like, oh my God, it's like somebody actually watches me. I don't think he ever got used to the adulation he gained for being the voice for Batman. Yes, other actors have stepped into the shoes and the cowl and the cape, and they've given their rendition of Batman, but as Carly Simon once said, nobody does it better. And you, Kevin Conroy, that no one can surpass you, mate, when it comes to voice acting. The fact I've actually got the Blu-ray set as well. I bought this during lockdown. I got a really good deal for it, and certainly this weekend, I know I'm busy tomorrow, but I will be watching some more select episodes. I'm actually near the end of this now, which is pretty sad. But then I do have Batman Beyond, where again Kevin Conroy does reprise the role of Bruce Wayne, an older Bruce Wayne in that case. So I'm looking forward to watching that, and that's the uncut editions as well, which I'm really glad about. So it's very sad news, folks. It's been a very sad week for people passing away. Leslie Phillips passed away, Bill Treacher from EastEnders, and now we've got, and then the lead singer of Nazareth, he passed away too. And you know, now we just top it off in just the most bitter sweet way with Kevin Conroy. And as said in his video, his rendition of Batman, his voice, is something that millions of fans the world over can recognize. And I did go out and buy a few bits of Bat merch concerning the animated series, and I certainly will continue to seek some of those out even now. So the way I'm going to end this video today, folks, is a nice couple of memories, or a memory from 2018 Comic-Con in May the 26th. And I was sat there in the audience waiting to ask question to Kevin, and I think it was going to be a question about how much dialogue did he and Mark Hamill improvise for certain episodes of the animated series, because apparently some of the animated series were unscripted, and often the actors would make up their own lines as things roll in front of the cameras. And I didn't get a chance to ask him, darn it. I think somebody beat me to it, or they just ran out of time, and that was pretty much it. But to prove that Kevin was always real fun with his fans, you'll see from this excerpt here, which I'm glad I caught and I kept for prosperity, what a great guy he was. So Kevin Conroy, may you rest at peace, sir. You've given us a legacy that we will enjoy on physical media for many more years to come. And I do hope when the next Batman film comes out, the live action film or animated, whatever they do, I hope Warner Brothers pay a very touching and apt tribute to the great man himself, because I'll tell you what, and you know what, I've got to say one more thing as well. I never knew Kevin Conroy was gay. In fact, I found out, it was told to me 2 years ago. My instant reaction, well, like my friend who told me, he said, like, did you not know it's an open secret? And I said, no, I didn't, because it's something I didn't bother delving into. I didn't really care. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and let's just leave it to the great Kevin Conroy to sign this video out. Take care.
This is an awesome opportunity. Was anyone else a little bit disappointed he didn't do a gruff Batman voice when he asked the question? Big round of applause for Batman there.